YouTube? I'm coming at y'all with a video on why y'all need to change your game plans for each and every weight class. So let's get right into it, starting with strawweight women's and flyweight women's. In these weight classes, there's not really any punishment for overextending. There's no stamina drawbacks, right? And counter punches are very weak because the punches are so fast that you put your block up as soon as the counter is about to land. So in this weight class, countering is not a very good game plan. Baiting for counters, kickboxing is a decent game plan, right? But for the most part, you want to be overloading your opponent's block in straw weight and flyweight. Bantamweight women's is the opposite because most likely you're using Nunes or Kayla Harrison. And if you look over here at Kayla Harrison's cardio, she has a 90 cardio. Amanda Nunes has 90 cardio. Their cardio, you will gas out very quickly if you're trying to block break your opponent, right? So there's no point in pressing forward too much in these weight classes. You want to be patient. You want to be on the back foot, body jabs, teeps, lead roundhouses, you know, lead body hooks. You want to be setting up these body shots on your opponent and looking for counters. Counters are deadly in this weight class. Okay, let's go on to flyweight. Flyweight's kind of the same thing as women's weights. Flyweight is ridiculous, right? Because grappling is harder in these smaller weight classes because the stamina is just so unbalanced in these weight classes. They don't get gassed out. They fight. You could go in a 5 round fight. You're never going to be gassed out. Slow walking to your opponent to touch his glove in the 5th round. That's not happening in this weight class. It's fast, right? Royval has 100 cardio, and he's going to touch your block. You want to block break in this weight class. You want to stand in front of your opponent and hit them more than they hit you. Countering is sort of the same thing as the women's weight. You're not really going to be able to get any good counters, right? Bantamweight. The difference between bantamweight and flyweight is not that much difference. The difference is, though, is that these guys hit a little bit harder, but even still, they still don't hit that hard. But Peter Yan hits very hard, right? In these weight classes, you're going to want to look to counter pick your opponent, right? So if they go O'Malley, you should probably go Marab, right? If you really want to win, go Marab, take him down, hold him down. Umar, take him down, hold him down, because O'Malley is a little bit unbalanced in this weight class striking wise, unless you go Sandhagen and you counter pick. But the best game plan in these weight classes, they remain the same. You want to block break your opponent, right? Because counters are not as effective. They're not deadly in this weight class. Most of the time, your counters are just going to hit their block because they punch so fast that they bring their block right back up. So in these weight classes, make sure you're winning on volume. And if you want, take down O'Malley. He's annoying to play against. Featherweight is the most balanced weight class in the game, in my humble opinion, right? Because I believe in featherweight, block breaking is a viable tactic, playing patient is a viable tactic, fishing for counters is a viable tactic, and grappling, not so much because there's not really any dominant grapplers in this weight class. Even Aljo is not a dominant grappler, but people have not really been using Aljo in this game recently. So for the most part, you're running into Folk, Taporia, McGregor, maybe 5-star Jose, and for some reason people are using LeBron Murphy. I do not recommend using LeBron Murphy. They're saying he's the Leon of featherweight. I don't think he's that good. He doesn't have a good body uppercut, and quite frankly, he's not that powerful. He's got a good jab though, right? But in this weight class, you can block break, you can counter, you can play patient. I'd say the best way to play is to make sure you're fighting back. Don't be too patient. Make sure you're fighting back, but also be looking for counters because this weight class can get a little bit spammy. Lightweight is probably the first division where your game plan needs to pivot towards playing patient. You want to play patient in this weight class, right? Because counters are deadly, yes, but stamina, well, you can get gassed out in this weight class. You absolutely can get gassed out. So you want to play patient in this weight class. You want to tap their body, teep kicks, lead body roundhouses. Spin kicks are really good in this weight class. Grappling's really good in this weight class. I'd say counterpick your opponent. So if they go Makachev, you go Oliveira. If they go Oliveira, you go Tony Ferguson. You want to have good jiu-jitsu against these grappling guys. They're dominant, right? You want to be able to go to full guard from bottom side control. And when you're in guard, you want to be able to go to rubber guard. You want to be able to, totally flip the script on your opponent. But so you either go Oliveira, Makachev, Topuria, McGregor. Play patient and be ready for the grappling. Welterweight is a grappling heavy weight class. You guys want to make sure that you're ready for the grappling in this weight class, because the striking in this weight class just isn't as good as the latter two or the former two, right? Leon's a decent striker, but his power is not very good. I like to use Leon. I like getting those head kick counters, but you're going to be facing this 154 GSP that just came out. It's really overpowered. You're going to be facing this Prime Kamaru, really overpowered grappling. Islam, really overpowered grappling. In this weight class, you want to focus more on grappling. Either you want to be ready for somebody trying to grapple you, or vice versa. You want to be grappling them. And also, if you're striking, you want to play patient, because the striking in this weight class is not very good. You're going to miss a lot of strikes in your combos. So you want to be patient. You want to pick your shots, one shot at a time. That's how I like to think of it. Middleweight, it's kind of like welterweight, but strikers are better in this weight class. Izzy, Alex, they can combinate. So you still want to be patient, because you will get punished for overextending too often, right? But you want to be attacking that body. You want to be looking for counters. And if somebody goes Khamzat, you want to go Rainer to Ritter. He has the full guard from bottom side control to transition to full guard, and he has rubber guard. And I swear his takedown defense is so good in this game, even though it's only like a 93. So, and you also want to be using the teep kick with Rainer to Ritter. You want to play very patient. Not a lot of punches, a lot of teep kicks, clinches, and defending takedowns. Light heavyweight and heavyweight, we're going to group these together. First of all, in light heavyweight, you want to mirror match your opponent. If they go Pereira, you go Pereira. If they go John, you go John, because you don't want to get completely outclassed on the ground or on the feet, because he's a way better striker than anybody else in the weight class. And he's a way better grappler than anybody else in the weight class. And in this weight class, you try not to combinate on your punches. The combinations aren't very good. You're going to miss a lot, and you're going to get countered to the body. It's deadly. The body shots in this weight class are very good. You want to take a focus on attacking the body, attacking the legs, playing patient, being technical. Heavyweight, sort of the same thing, but just be careful in this weight class. One shot could end it all. That's why you want to use a guy like John or Tom or Cyril Gahn. And yeah, that'll be it for this video, guys. See you.